Here we are on the recap of emotional intelligence, a legacy for our children. The broadcast we had today was absolutely amazing. How did you feel about it?
I thought it was quite informative. I thought that the comments that was coming through gave us an idea that parents are eager for the information. It's bringing attention to, it's bringing, we're becoming self aware of ourselves as parents and seeing our children. And
Right.
I remember something specifically that Pastor Sanders said is our children is a gift.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they're not a burden. They're not all of those other things sometimes that we may think. They are a gift from God.
Right.
And that is how we have to start to look at it. I thought the information was just tremendous.
Yeah, I love when he said that too, because a lot of times we do look at our children as burdens or interruptions in life, or we don't really look at them as rewards and things to really nurture and feed into. We dress them, we
True.
feed them, we take them to places, everything on the outside, but we never consider what's going on with them internally. And I
Correct.
think that part of this, the broadcast this morning, it really piqued my awareness of what we need to be proactive about in the lives of our children.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. And I began to look at it also from the perspective of a grandmother,
Mm-hmm.
that it is our responsibility to teach and to train. And I'm really excited about the information because it's making me more self aware of my own emotions and being
Right.
able to notice and be aware of our children and
Mm-hmm.
bringing some things to their attention.
Right. I think that part right there is really good. I also like when he said, and I think this was in our back stage conversation, was that people always say you can't teach an old dog new tricks. But when it comes to
Correct.
emotional intelligence, there's no cap on the age. At any age, you can learn this, and at any
At
age, you
any
can
age,
invest what you've learned into the next generation. So it's never too
generation.
late. Hmm.
That's
And I
right.
think this is a generational thing.
Yes.
We
And
need
as
to.
you stated, and I think this is how we should look at it, and we should use this term emotional intelligence legacy. It is a
Hmm.
legacy. And as we were discussing, it's not all the time that we have money, investments to leave to our children, but there's training, there's things that we do. I believe you mentioned even a statement that your father invested in you and your
Have a
sister
nice
as you
day
grew
with
up, and now
Jesus.
your children is using it with
Yes.
their children. So already it's generational,
Hmm.
and that's legacy.
Right. Right. And teaching your children to be able to deal with their emotions, it gives them an advantage in the world. You know,
Yes,
it makes
yes,
them more social when
that's
they
right.
can learn to manage their emotions, and because when they call that work to be team players, you have to know how to do that. So it opens
Yeah,
up a world for them, instead of letting them be burdened with the issue of having to bottle up emotions and the negativity that brings in their behavior, in their speech, in their life.
right, right.
Hmm.
That's right.
So
And
this.
beginning to make them feel comfortable in sharing. And we
Hmm.
as parents beginning to have real conversations with our children,
Yes,
allowing them the space, the safe space to explain and to express what they're feeling.
absolutely,
And that we
absolutely.
shouldn't go off the handle or we shouldn't get upset about it in as much as it, I'm sure most time it's going to be the truth, and sometimes the truth does hurt, but we've
Hmm.
got to learn to accept it and let them express. So as they're growing, as they're maturing, that they won't shut down when things happen and you begin to
Yeah.
ask them or you want to discuss the issue and they don't want to talk about it because they're afraid of how you're going to
Hmm.
receive it or if you will
Absolutely.
receive it.
Absolutely. The other part about that is also another thing that we spoke about during the broadcast was not taking away the discipline.
True.
You know,
True.
the teaching or the awareness of the emotional intelligence and dealing with your children's emotional intelligence does not remove the fact that they need to also be disciplined, because we can go both ways on it, you know what I mean? And we
Correct.
really don't want to remove the discipline, because the discipline is necessary.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
The
yeah. And I
discipline is
can see
necessary.
how this legacy, this thing, I'm really excited about it, because I see in the future where if our children get a hold of this, it will help them in their jobs, it will help them in their spiritual life, it will help them in marriages, relationships, in school, college, just to navigate life in a different way. I can see how it's going to benefit them in the long run.
True. True. I
Hmm.
agree. Because everything, life is connected. Every part of our life is connected. You know, we may not have all the answers and know everything, but when we understand who we are and what we are, and that we are not afraid to ask for help, ask for
Hmm.
assistance, because many times we're afraid. And as children, you know, the way we raise them, sometimes they feel that they're supposed to know some things. Well, you don't know if you haven't been taught. And
Right.
we want them to be comfortable with themselves where they can ask for help.
Yes, yes. And we want the parents to open up a new line of communication with their children when it comes to
Yes,
emotional intelligence. It's going to do
that's right.
wonders for the parents, it's going to do wonders for the children,
For
it's
the
going to do
children.
wonders for the whole family on a whole, and the communities that they interact in school and
That is
otherwise.
true.
So I'm excited about it. I'm waiting for next week, where we will continue talking about emotional intelligence with children, parents, the household, looking at it from another perspective. So we ask that you join us. We ask that you
Yes.
join us on the Glass Table Talk on next week, Thursday at 9 a.m. on the Soul Winners Christian Center app, on their YouTube or Facebook. And if you missed that, it will be uploaded on the Glass Table Talk as well. So we look forward to you being there. Bring your pen and your paper, because it will be a note-taking session. Elder Billy, you want to say anything before we close?
I'm just excited. I'm excited. I find myself growing and understanding my own emotional intelligence even
Hmm.
better. And as you said before, there's no age on this.
Hmm.
It's a continuous learning.
Absolutely. So the message today is live life, level up, and learn something. Join us on next week at 9 o'clock Thursday morning on Soul Winners Christian Center app, Facebook, YouTube, and their app. Okay. All right. We'll see you there.
Looking forward.
Looking forward.